for joining me again for another night of Facebook Live. I am your host, Tricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. I also want to give recognition to those that catch us on the replay from YouTube and or SoundCloud. As you can see, tonight I have several special guests here with me tonight. We have our special co-host, Miss Talia Jackson, Mr. Quintel Jackson, and Mr. J. Kavian Johnson. So, guys, y'all say hello.
Hello.
All right. So tonight we are recognizing all dads. Tonight we are recognizing all dads because we know that tomorrow is the night set aside. Tomorrow is the day set aside that we recognize fathers in our Father's Day special day holiday. And so tonight I just brought these kiddos along just so they can share with you and give you some insight about how they plan to celebrate their dads or to recognize their dads on tomorrow.
My dad is in Oklahoma City.
Your dad's in Oklahoma City, all right. Yours the same, so they're saying that their dads are not with them, but your dad may be, hello, Miss Ann, your dad may be watching you on this video. So if your dad is watching you on this video tonight, J. Kavian, what would you like to say to your dad in order to recognize him for his special day on tomorrow?
I might give him a card, or I might just give him something to give, like a grill that's like cheap.
Okay.
Not that really expensive, like not that much money.
So what special message would you send along with that special gift you'd like to give for your dad? What would you like to say to your dad?
I would like to say thank you for what all have you given to me, and I just wanted to say thank you to you.
All right, awesome. What about you, Quintel? If your dad was watching you right now, how would you want to recognize your dad? What would you like to say to your dad for his special day tomorrow?
I love my dad, and
Speak up.
I love my dad, and he brings me toys, because when he always brings me toys, he says yes. And I'm going to buy him a girl and a new car. It's going to be a Lamborghini.
Oh, you want to buy your dad a Lamborghini? How about
Those
that?
cost almost about like $1 million.
Well, we just never know. Well, we thank you guys for joining us this short time, and we hope that your dads get a chance to look at this video. So nonetheless, what time is it? All right. Good night, guys. Uncle Leonard, if you would, come and get this right here.
Nanny, can we turn the TV on back there?
Over here on the thing. Well, they are wide open tonight. Do you hear me? These babies are wide open tonight, but I just wanted to give them an opportunity to recognize their dads tonight, even though, like they said, that their dad was not here with them. I did want to give them an opportunity to recognize them and to share words of love with them. Guys, tomorrow we know that we are celebrating Father's Day, and so often we fail to recognize those men in our lives and celebrate them and give them the recognition that they so deserve. We are sometimes it's all about mama, but it's good to recognize mamas, but it's also good to recognize dads as well. This will be my first Father's Day without my dad, and it is a bittersweet moment, but it also causes me to reflect and look at the men that are in my life and those that are really standing up and doing what it takes to make things happen from day to day, not only for their wives, but also for their children and just for other people throughout our community. So I just want to recognize and pay tribute to all men, uh, regardless of what your relationships may or may not be in the lives of your children. You still matter, and I hope that you know that you matter as well. So we can't undo past. We can't undo and get time back. But what we can do is start from here and begin to rebuild relationships with our children and with our loved ones and with the women in our life, so that it can be better from here on out. Because what's past is done, and believe me, us mothers, we haven't always done things right. We haven't always done things by the book. We haven't always made the best decisions or have always done right by our children as well. But you fathers, I encourage you guys to just be the best you can be, and that's every day. Wherever life leads you, just be the best that you can be in that moment. And if you have a broken relationship with a child of yours or your children altogether, I encourage you to just step out and try to restore those relationships. One day at a time, one word at a time. Just rebuild and reestablish. Because like I said, we can't undo the past, but we can start from here and start to redefine what those relationships are. So when I think about Father's Day, my memories as I will take with me into tomorrow is just having that day to honor my dad. That was a day that we spent together. He would arrive at my house after church, and I would have a dinner fixed for him, and he would come over and sit and spend the day and watch movies with me and my family, and bless our dinner as we would eat, and then have dinner, and just spend the day with laughter, and him with the grandkids, and just loving on us. So those are the memories that I will cherish going into tomorrow. But also, nonetheless, I have a husband to recognize, and for that I am grateful. A man that is true in character, a man that works hard to provide for his family, and he just JKB, your mom is saying she's seen you, baby. Your mama was wanting you to know she recognized you. Hello, Diane. A man that works hard to provide, to be sure that his household has the things that it needs. And so I just want to recognize him and show appreciation for him throughout wherever this broadcast goes, to say that there are good men in this world, and he is definitely one of them. And so not by all means perfect, none of us, but we don't have to be perfect to add value and to we don't have to be perfect to add value to the lives of one another. So I just want to tell my husband, Leonard Smith, that I love you and I appreciate everything you do, and I am grateful to have you be a part of my life, and grateful to celebrate you and honor you on this Father's Day 2020. Also, I'd like to give recognition to my grandfather, Cecil Bray, who is also still living at the age of 89 years old. God's will, if he lives to August, he'll see 90. And so I just want to recognize him for just being who he is. A very supportive man, a man that also works hard and is loving to his family and his children as well as grandchildren, and possibly those that aren't related to him. He's still been a standout guy throughout our community. So I just want to give recognition to him as well. So guys, I hope that the men in your life, you take time to recognize them and honor them on tomorrow, and just make the best out of the day that you have. Don't take any moment for granted, and just realize how precious life is. Just realize how precious life is, and that we're only a breath away from this life into eternity. And so we don't want to take the moments with our fathers for granted. We don't want to okay. Oh, okay. All right. We don't want to fail to recognize the men in our life. Let's begin to celebrate them. Let's begin to honor them, and let's begin to speak life into whatever our situations with the men in our life are. We don't know the difficulties. We don't know the challenges that they face from day to day. But if you have one that is showing up, if you have one that is trying to make an effort to be in the lives of their children and to be a good dad, or just one that is filling in for maybe a dad that is no longer around, and you have one that is filling in that void there, let's celebrate them. So I challenge you guys on tomorrow that whether you have a dad or not, find some man that you can celebrate and speak positivity into them, and just let them know how much we appreciate them. Let them know what value they add to your life, and let's just spend the day tomorrow celebrating them. So I am your host, Antricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. And today I stand here on this platform recognizing men all over the nation. God bless you. We'll meet you back here tomorrow night, 10 p.m.